Hey y'all, it's Diana B coming to you once again, and in this video I'm going to be talking about the Associated Bodywork and Massage Professionals website, my membership, how I've been using this to study for the MBLEx exam, and some of the benefits that you can get from the website and where I'm at with it right now. So this is a membership that was included in my tuition for my massage school, and it's something that have been encouraged to use. So in this segment, I'm going to go through what I'm doing and how this website can help you. It's short for ABMP, just www.com. I know you can't see that on the screen, but with this, you get various different benefits. You obviously have insurance. You need to have insurance when you get out, but that's also included in the membership. So we'll go over that another time, but for the practical application of how you can use this and what a powerful tool this is, I'll be going over what I'm using it for specifically now. So I just wanted to kind of show you the front page, the membership. Here's the front page and some of the things that you can get with it. You have continuing education, which is something that you'll need to do every 2 years after you get licensed. It does include a magazine that I get, and there's podcasts, there's 5-minute muscle segments, and really here's what I use it for. So just wanted to kind of go over it. So here we go. I opened it up, I've already logged in, and here's the student home. You see Diana V, and so you have some different featured things here, but for what I'm using it for is the exam coach right here. All right, and in this segment, it gives you a lot of different resources. Let's zoom in on that. You have study subjects, your progress, exams, 5-minute muscles. So right now, I have already not graduated, excuse me. I've already finished the curriculum. I've already finished the hands-on 100-hour hands-on massages. And now I have to finish my practice exams. You see I have 87 more out of 100. I have not obviously taken any. This is just a detail of where I'm at so far. Let's see, I took this way back when I didn't really know anything. Let's look at the detailed results. Just circling there a little bit. After you take the test, it always does this, and it gives you a breakdown. It gives you, I'll tell you when I took this. I took this in March. This is now October. We just came into October. So it tells you when you started, the date you took it. As you can see, when it was paused, etc. All right, going back. And now, as you can see, let's see. Let's go here to exam 8. I didn't do very well, but again, I didn't know much of anything. So I actually took this September 19th of 2022. All right. So now you can kind of see a little bit of progress. Now I've been studying a little bit here. So I'm going to go to the last exam where I got an 82. And I took this October the 6th, and now this is the 8th. What I like about this, let's go over there again, is it goes through all the different subjects here. Okay, so here's the study subjects that you go through, and here's the test. I'm going to go back to the study subjects. Now that is the exams, right? That's the practice exams, the 100 question practice exams. But before you even do that, this is what if I could tell you, if I knew what I knew now, back then in March, when I started and got introduced to this particular website, I would say before you go to the practical exams, because you don't know anything, you don't know anything. You don't even know what homeostasis is, which is one of the first things that you learn, which is how your body, along with hormones and temperature, how your body stays at a certain level. I would say when you go to your exam coach, go to study subjects, okay? And you just go to the first one, massage theory. Now, right now, the history of massage and research literacy is no longer on the MBLEx exam, but it goes into these. So the first thing I would do, and I'm going to show you a little sample here of what I've been doing thus far. I have a little sheet. I made a little worksheet. And I just did some screenshots, took this right here, and these are the ones that I've already gone through. As you can see, I'm going to put an X here because I just finished this one right here. So right now I'm edging in. What I'm going to do is I have half of this going on here. I've already done a few on this topic right here, or this group of materials right here. So my next step is to go finish this part up right here, go into pathology, anatomy and physiology, and then kinesiology. I know most people say get to your weakest first. Well, if you notice, some of these things will just kind of lead to this. The first thing that you need to do is just learn terminology. I digress. So if I was beginning and I had this ABMP membership, I would go to exam coach and I would go to, get a segment. Since these are not currently being tested, I would go to the first one and I would put that on your sheet. So in this case, I put that on my sheet and I just did this little screenshot. The black represents the fact that I have already gone through it. So I would go through the terminology. A lot of people go straight to the practice exam. Big mistake. Big mistake. If I did it all over again, I would go through the terminology and I would just go through all of them. Gate control theory, reflex effect, insomnia. It even gives you pronunciation.
Insomnia.
Cool, right? So I would go through each one, just look at them, read them, go through each of them. Once you go through each of them, I would go through a flashcard session. And they have 81 cards right here. So you can kind of get a feel of how the question's going to be posed, or, just a few. I don't go through the whole 81 cards. A positive response to massage that supports well-being is called a benefit. Define the term anxiety, a feeling of worry, nervousness, and uneasiness. Okay, I would just go through a few of those to make sure I was getting it. Go to the next card, etc. I would do a few, right? Maybe 20, maybe 10. And then I would go back and then I would take the practical exam. You get 10 questions. I've already tested so many out of here that I can restore, but let's go back to give you a better idea. I'm going to go to For example, special populations. Clients over 55. Terminology, okay.
Decubitus ulcers.
All right, go through all of those, each and every one of them. Just visually, just look at it, read it. Flashcards. There we go. Decubitus ulcers, type of ulcer caused by impaired circulation, right? Go through a few of those. What are massage cautions for an older adult? So I go through a few of these, right? Just you got to get a little feel. Then I would go back over, and then I would take the practice exam. And then I would take the practice exam. Do not do the practice exam without going through the terminology. It's like not even knowing what's on the menu, but you're trying to order a meal. If you don't even know what's on the menu, how can you order a meal? You can't special order a meal at all these different places. So start. And now that I know test taking techniques, I'm going to just demonstrate a few of them here with you now. All right. As people age, lean body mass and strength. Remain stable unless hormonal balances are present. Increase due to increased myo cell production. Decline due to loss and atrophy of muscle cells. Become erratic with good days and bad days. Okay, as they age, lean body mass and strength. As they age, would it remain stable? No. People, when you get older, it doesn't. So really what you want to do is you want to read the question very slowly and make sure you understand what it's saying. As people age, lean body mass and strength, what do they do? What does their lean body mass and strength do? Remain stable unless hormonal imbalances are present. I'm going to eliminate that right off the bat. They don't remain stable. As people age, things don't remain stable. I know that. Even if I didn't know much of anything, I know it doesn't remain stable. The lean body mass and strength increase due to myo cell production. As you age, does your myo cell production increase? I don't think so. Decline due to loss of atrophy in muscle cells. I think that is definitely most likely true. And if I know anything, here's the next one. Become erratic with good days and bad days. That's true. So read the question carefully and slowly. Make sure you understand what the question is asking. You want to see if there's any keywords here. There's no keywords. There's the keywords is people age, lean body mass, and strength. As people age, lean body mass and strength, right? So those are some keywords. Lean body mass and strength as they age. So now I understand the question. I'm going to see if there's any keywords. There's no keywords. And then I'm going to eliminate answers I know are wrong. I know they don't remain stable. I know they don't increase. Erratic and decline, those two, now I'm at a 50% just with these two answers right here. I got a 50-50 shot, even if I guessed what that question was. So then one of the test taking tips is pick the most right answer. As people age, lean body mass and strength could become erratic on good days and bad days. That's true. Decline due to mass loss and atrophy of muscle cells. I think that's more true than this. Watch. Bingo. See? Let's do another one. When providing massage to older adults, it's important to remember that most older adults are on medications that are quite significant adaptations in massage application. Every older adult is unique in depth and vigor and massages based on the client's level of health and vitality. Most older adults do not require modifications or adaptations in massage application. Every older adult experiences health-related conditions that require that massage be adapted so it's lighter and less vigorous. Okay, let's break this down. Do we understand the question, right? Let's read that again. When providing massage to older adults, it's important to remember that. I'm going to just read this on my own. That could be true. That could be true. When it says most older adults do not require modifications or adaptations to massage application, that would not just apply as a general statement. Every older adult experiences health care related conditions that require massage adapted so it's lighter and less vigorous. I know some older adults that's not necessarily true. So let me answer this. Give me a second. That could be true. I think right here, I would eliminate this. I would eliminate this. Okay. When you say most older adults require significant adaptations to massage, how do you know that? You're saying most of them, because they take medications, are going to require significant. They do not significant require massage to be adapted. Every older adult is unique in depth and vigor of massage based on the client's level of health and vitality. Let's take a shot. Boom. Do you see how I reasoned that? And this is probably maybe a week and a half since I went through this. Let's do another one. We're going to go through some test taking techniques because I think that's the number one way you have to approach this. Outside of knowing the information, it's actually knowing how to take the test. So let's go back to study subjects. Let's go to we'll go clients with disability terminology. Read all that. Flashcards. Since I've already been through this, I'm just kind of going fast. Practice exam. So, functional impairment related to mental behavior or emotional patterns are called functional impairments related to mental, behavioral, or emotion patterns are called. Reading it carefully and slowly. Seeing any keywords. So, mental. There's a mental right there. That's a keyword. Let me read again. Functional impairments related to mental, behavioral, or emotional patterns are called. So, if I'm looking at the answer, so mental health disabilities, developmental delays, sensory abilities, intellectual abilities. All right, so let's eliminate some things off the bat. The first thing I'd like to do is eliminate. All right. Mental, behavioral, emotional patterns. Is that really sensory? Sensory is talking about like cells and neuromotor responses, things like that. I'm going to eliminate that. Functional. Developmental delays, intellectual disabilities, mental health disabilities. All right. Functional impairment related to mental, behavioral, or emotional patterns are called. Is a delay an impairment? Developmental delay. Is that a functional impairment? I already eliminated this. Intellectual, I can't really consider behavioral intellectual. I'm going to eliminate this. So developmental delays and mental health disabilities. Functional impairment. I'm going to go for this. Let's see what happens. You see, I didn't go over this information. It's been, again, like a week and a half. So I haven't necessarily remembered everything. But the other thing that I do, let's do another subject. And I'm taking my time because a lot of people I was very intimidated. If you saw my scores, you'd be like, Now I have to get a series of 82 80s and above in order for me to get permission to take the real test. So instead of just taking the exam, right? Instead of taking the exam, and just if I were just to go to the exam, here's just, as you can see, it has an hour and 49, 100 minute, an hour and 50 minutes, and you could pause it. So let's see, the public synthesis is a blank joint. Saddle, synovial, condyle, fibrocarcinosis. So I don't think I've even covered this part in the subject, but I'm gonna have to answer it, right? That's why it's so important to go through these mini exams so that you know the material for the main exam. So how I would look at this is, I know from, at least at this point, that there's a saddle joint, there's a synovial joint, a condylide, that's not a joint. I know that. Condyle. I'm just gonna, and I'm not gonna be able to get the answers here, but a saddle. See, and then it goes on to the next one. I'm gonna pause this because I'm not ready to take that exam yet. And then I can just go back to it. So again, I don't know my progress. Okay, it gives you progress in all of the different. See, it tells you my activity, some of the exams. Of course, this is not on there. I took 24 exams of benefits and effect. So it just goes through like that. So you can see, I haven't gone through some of these things, but now you kind of see all the quizzes I've taken. All right. So again, here. So I wanted to really just give you some insight on my game plan on how I plan. See, if I haven't gone through kinesiology, pathology, if I haven't gone through all of this, how in the world am I going to get better scores here? I can't. So here's another thing that I've done, and I'm going to pull it up here. So when I take these exams, so for example, practice exam, I'm going to open that up. So you see I had 82. That's my highest thus far. So I wanted to see, where did I go wrong, right? So I can go here, and then it gives me the breakdown, and I can see I scored 4 out of 4, and over here I scored 2 out of 5. So I can see the questions again. A structure that requires caution in the femoral triangle are the, and I said pituitary artery, but this was the inguinal lymph nodes. So I ended up taking that and copy and pasting it. These are the incorrect ones. So for example, I'm gonna go back. I scored 4 out of 4. So I knew this, I knew these, but there was at least one that I'm like, I guess I used the test taking technique and actually guessed it right. I didn't even know. I forgot this information. The question was, massage has been shown to stimulate more rapid and elaborate development of this part of the brain, which is related to memory. And I answered hippocampus. So I put that here. I copied and pasted it so I can just go over the information on my own, right? So I did that. And then what I did is I went on Google. I'm going to show you guys right now. This is kind of something slow, but when you don't know the information, you just got to do more. You just got to go in and study it. So I'm taking this. One of the study tips is to take, your text exams homework and use them as study material. So since I know I forgot about the hippocampus. I ended up. This is the one, I just did one with references. So I did one just with the questions. But then I went on the internet, on Google, and found out what it is. Being an integral part of the limbic system, the hippocampus plays a vital role in regulating learning, memory, encoding, memory, consolidation, and spatial navigation. The hippocampus is particularly associated with consolidation of memory. So I just copied and pasted it from a Google search. And then I sometimes I want to see what it looks like and where it's at. So here's the hippocampus right here. And it says memory and navigation. So even though I guessed it right, so I put correct guesses. These are the ones I know were wrong. And then I went down the line. So let's go back, hide questions, hide topics. So kinesiology, I haven't gone through that yet. But I answered 7 out of 12 just because if you're in massage school, you're gonna find some information that you got stored in your head. And let's go to key concepts here. Show questions. The transition zone between the muscle surrounding fascia and the tendon is known as, and I was like, oh, fascia, maybe that's what it is. No, it's muscular tendonitis junction. So, let's see here. Kinesiology. So I will be researching that, right? At least I know, because to understand that these questions here are not going to necessarily be how it is on the real exam. But I did want to go through the ABMP Exam Coach and how you can use it. I would encourage you to go through each one of these segments, go through each one of the topics, go through the terminology, go through the flashcards, and then take the quiz. All right. On the next segment, I'm going to cover some other tips and tools, like I said, some materials before I got to this, to really kind of let you know where I got to this point. I was feeling a bit insecure and not feeling well about maybe even taking the exam, but now I have a more focal point. I feel a lot better, scoring better, and just, explore this a little bit. We're going to go back here. We're going to go back to takes us to the main benefits. So a lot of times it's going to come up here. Play around with this. I've not done 5-minute coach. Some of these are, you have to pay for them, but just play around with it. I'm not going to belabor this. I'm not going to belabor this video much longer, because I think you guys got the point of the power of the ABMP site and exam coach, and how you should use it as a study guide and materials. Sorry you guys didn't see my face. I look like I'm about to go to the gym is what I look like. So until next time, I love you guys, appreciate you guys, and hallelujah. Bye.